Welcome back to the Clever Report. So, my people, you can call me a conspiracy theorist. You can say I'm saying rubbish, but my eyes are not deceiving me. I genuinely think there's a massive effort by the powers that be or by the elites to homosexualize most institutions. Make everything gay in the world. Because you cannot tell me that most series on Netflix, the top 10 blockbusters on Netflix, there must be one gay character, there must be one trans character. There are even the men in that series or that film, one must be so effeminate. The men must be like, they must be dullards. You can't tell me it's a coincidence. The movie industry has been captured, obviously. The music industry, from this recent Diddy lawsuit and everything, the whole brouhaha that is happening, everybody knows that the music industry is just so gay. And then, even the banking industry, they've hijacked everywhere. So it's not a coincidence. I'm not transphobic to, point out these patterns. Stereotypes and everything happens because of reputations and patterns. So I'm not transphobic because I'm saying that these people are not overrepresented. These people are a minute percentage of the general masses. They're a minute percentage when it comes to the larger scheme of things. But how come they're overrepresented everywhere? Everywhere. And it doesn't make any sense. Now, the last institution that is arguably trying to hold down the fort, in its core beliefs of this is wrong, at least from a Christian perspective. I'm a Catholic and I'm an ex-seminarian. So I understand, I know the perspective I'm coming from. But recently, the Pope, the Vatican, they said actually that gay men will not be allowed to train as priests in Roman Catholic seminaries as long as they observe celibacy according to the new guidelines announced by the Italian Bishops' Conference. Tell me how this thing makes sense. It doesn't make any sense at all because Catholic Church has been, everybody knows, you might even be a bishop, you might even be a priest and hold and that believe individually, but the central idea and the central theme of the Catholic Church and the belief of the Catholic Church is a man and a woman. They didn't say Adam and Steve. It's a man and a woman, Adam and Eve. We've been kicking against this whole gay agenda, amongst priests in the seminary. When I was in the seminary, if you are found, engaging in sodomy, you are being expelled immediately, because this was what made Sodom and Gomorrah go into extinction. But the problem is that the Holy Father of recent has become, I don't know the kind of way he's pushing the whole woke agenda. He's being so ambiguous on his stance on gays, gay marriage, gay priests, and the whole trans agenda. The other time he invited how many trans people to come and have lunch with him and stuff. He's become too liberal and gay and woke rather for my liking. It doesn't make any sense. I'm not the holiest, but you can have a personal belief, but allow the Catholic Church to be the way it is. Let me read from the guidelines. According to the guidelines, that the most important thing for aspiring priests to show is an orientation towards celibate life. How does it even make sense? That's the most important. It's just like, okay, you can openly be gay, but as far as you're not actually engaging in, actually having sex with a fellow man, then it's not a problem. You can be a priest. The Catholic Church is already fighting this whole idea of priests engaging in pedophilia, especially amongst priests to young children. The R word, doing them the R word. So the Catholic Church has been plagued with these, incidences, plaguing the Vatican over these years. But now our Holy Father coming out, being so ambiguous about it, it is not helping us. Now, I genuinely think there are somewhere, or the elites are somewhere trying to capture the Catholic Church. But this is the last defender of the faith, especially from a Christian perspective. As a Catholic, I'm appalled because I know the African bishops are always, opposing this whole idea of gay people, receiving gay marriage in the Catholic Church. But the Pope is just pushing the whole agenda. Let me read from the guidance. Since he was elected Pope in 2013, Francis has sought to adopt more inclusive tone towards the LGBTQ plus people in his public statements, much to the disdain of conservative cardinals. You see what I'm saying? I know, you see, they would max it under the guise of we are being inclusive, love is love, but when you give them an inch, they take a mile. Let the Holy Father come out and state the church, because he's the representative of Jesus Christ. Let him come and state the church's belief on gay marriage, on homosexuality. It's a no-no. This is something that made the Anglican Communion cut ties from their English counterparts. So please, I want the Holy Father to come out and say, the Catholic Church does not support gay marriage. The Catholic Church does not support sodomy. Like, we cannot be preaching, you cannot be telling us something in the Bible and then all of a sudden you just embrace the whole woke agenda. It doesn't actually make any sense. I know in this period now, the Holy Father, this is plaguing the church, that there has been diverse opinion. This is black and white. Are you for gays or not? No. In a modern society, in a liberal society, you can live your life, you know, anyhow you want, as long as you're not affecting or actively harming others. But at least let the church's belief still be the church's belief. And that's all I'm going to say about that. So make sure you like, subscribe, do all the fun things, turn on post notifications so you'll be notified anytime I drop another video. You know I love you, but God loves you more.